What a difference a few days make. Last ride was in the snow, still in the 20s. Today it is over 50 degrees and it rained for the last day. We are on the Surly Midnight Special, Otis's semi-custom Surly Midnight Special. Want to get a couple more rides in it before I do a full video about the bike. I think January will end up being one of my lowest mileage months since I got back into cycling. The weather, the grayness, I just really haven't been feeling it. Some days have been nearly unrideable, so I could tell I haven't gone that far, and trying just to pedal a little faster, I feel winded. I would normally fill in some of those gaps with the trainer, but I haven't been riding the trainer because of my cat, the alley cat I took in, Edmund. He likes to be pretty close to me or where I am, and he's not afraid of bikes. Like when I roll him in, I have to kind of move him out of the way, so I'm afraid he'll hurt himself on the spinning wheel or on the cranks. And I don't really have a way to block that where I ride my trainer off that would keep a cat out. So yeah, I've kind of just been taking it easy after my Festive 500 attempt, which is fine. The slow month here and there, you know, isn't the end of the world. I do feel a little bit of that seasonal depression that's pretty common in this part of the country, but that's why I still get out here and there. I need to do more other activities. You know, I'd planned to make a whole video about things to do instead of riding in the winter, or instead of riding outside in the winter even. Yeah, when it's snowy and the cycling's not that fun, sometimes hiking, you know, taking pictures, all those kinds of things. Working on bikes is always another good thing to do when you don't feel like getting out there and riding them. Getting your bike, or your bikes in my case, in shape for when the weather is good. Having everything washed up, cleaned up, you know. Yeah. Projects, if you do fun Frankenstein builds like I do, work on some of those. So speaking of photos, today I'm actually riding out to Kent to go to a camera store. I have a Mamiya RZ67 on my back, but the batteries don't seem to be working that I have around. So I'm gonna see what they have and pop one in right there, see if they can help me in case it's not the battery. But I wanna do more photography stuff again. I set up a whole nother YouTube channel for it. I haven't done a lot there, but my goal is to make a video every week on that channel, just like I do on this one. So I have a couple reasons for wanting to get that other channel going. One is it'll motivate me to do more interesting personal work. I enjoy my commercial photography business, but I don't want to ever give up on doing stuff for myself. And, you know, just like my blog used to motivate me to make posts and try new stuff, I just find that inspiration comes from trying to make videos more now. So back in 2020, when I started making a video every day for this channel, a lot of them were about photography. So the other thing is, if I'm doing more interesting stuff, like today, trying to get this old RZ working, how am I gonna do it? On my bike. So it's also motivation to get on the bike. And so then maybe even on a day like today, I'm getting 2 videos out of the ride. So it's getting me out there on a gray, gloomy day and serving 2 purposes, I guess. Maybe I'll end up speaking more coherently at some point on this ride. I'm not really happy with what I've been saying. Road work ahead. F you and your bicycle, though. You just jurt out into the road. Putting in pipes everywhere. I wonder if on this old street a bunch of pipes burst during that, you know, single-digit temps, 0-degree night. That'd be my obvious guess. I think I have some cool black and white images of this building when they were putting it in. The camera store is on this road, but this road sucks. They have a path for a while, but then you have to just either go around or ride sidewalks. Why University has a road like this across the street from it. It's so stupid. I never come to this side of campus. I didn't even ever know this building was being built. Look how far we are between traffic lights. I need to go right there to a place where college students would go. People who will walk a lot. So dumb. Where do I lock my bike? Guess we locked our bike over here at the Burnt Pickle. It's an interesting fence work, huh? What is this? I guess you don't need a bike rack when there's no way to get your bike there, huh?
This thing is supposed to flop up and down.
Okay.
The mirror is. The mirror is stuck. Yeah, you
I don't know
can't
what
see
that
through
means.
it. It's black.
The battery
Because
says
the mirror is stuck up. Correct. Yeah. It's
Right,
when
it's
I
not-
got
it's
this,
not-
when I got this thing,
it's
I
not
opened
there.
this up.
Yeah,
It
if
was
you
like
want it
this.
done.
Should we go past my own old dorm room just for the hell of it? Why not? Haven't been out here since early in the pandemic. Oh wow, this is all different. Let's see if anyone's riding anything cool at the old bike racks. Well, behind those windows is where my first bike got stolen from. Went to get it when we were leaving Kent in the spring, and it wasn't there, but the lock was there cut. My dorm room was up there in the corner. The library. Everyone said, "You'll spend a lot of time in there," and then the narrator said he did not spend a lot of time in there. All right, let's try not to fall with a camera that was originally very expensive on my back. That camera store was wild. I mean, there's stuff, it's like when you go, I don't know if you guys have any local hardware stores left, and you go in and there's packaging on the shelves and some of it is yellowed. That's how this was. And then just heaps of vintage cameras. I've been in there before, but it's been years trying to find a very distinct flash cable, whatever. And I remember them helping me. That's why it came to mind when I was trying to get this old camera working. The guy worked with me for a while. We tried everything, never got down to the bottom of what's wrong, but we got to a place where I think I can take that knowledge and get it fixed. They sold me another old kind of cable that I'll need to make it work right though, that I didn't know about. I probably have it at the studio. I have everything back there, but it was $5. And then I bought an old Minolta lens for $10 because the aperture moves kind of slowly. I was like, you know, I don't want to spend money on something that's broken. He was like, $10? I was like, I'll spend that money. So $15 and a good bike ride. So if you're interested in more on any of this, I'll put a card up here that goes to my other YouTube channel. Eventually I'll have some stuff about this camera. I want to do a whole series on it, but yeah. Now we're gonna ride back on the Freedom Trail into downtown Akron and home. Not sure if I'm gonna stop anywhere. Maybe at the bike shop. I do need a tube, so yeah. That's interesting. A bunch of park guys in camouflage told me the Freedom Trail is closed. So I wonder if they're sharpshooters who are thinning the deer herd. That's all I could think of. I'll have to ask Dave. He works for the parks. Good thing is, it was closed at a spot where I could cut over to the hiking bike. It would have really sucked if I was farther ahead and had to jump on busy roads, but there's a neighborhood cut here. Rode it many times. Oh, the other thing in the camera store, there was a Peak Design rep in there. So I walked in with my Peak Design bag on and pull out an RZ67. So it was an interesting little random thing there. Starting to get some drizzle, but I did bring my rain jacket, which wouldn't do any good with jeans, but that would be the most uncomfortable part of getting wet out here today. But I did bring a dry bag for the camera, one of those Sea to Summit, you know, little things, just in case. When we got soaked doing Ohio to Erie, leaving Cincinnati once, though, this Peak Design bag did a really good job of keeping my camera dry. So I just wouldn't totally rely on it, especially as it's a little older and that coating tends to wear off and stuff like that. So for you non-camera people, this Mamiya camera was originally made for film, then a company made digital backs for them. I'll put the price on screen, but I believe the digital backs when new were like $25,000 or something crazy. So not worth much anymore, but I still don't want to ruin it. So back to the guys in camo. I wonder if they picked a day, you know, during the week thinking not many people would be on the path. Oh, we'll close it on this day. And then it turns out to be 50 degrees. On my ride, there's been people out everywhere, of course. I almost feel bad for them in a way. Well, this might really suck. Some of these trains are super long. This guy burst out the door. What's he think he's doing? You won't make it on the outside, Edmund. You weren't doing that good the first time you lived out here. Hey. This guy whined for weeks to get in here. Now he thinks he wants to make it on the outside. Don't at me about the Athletic. I have them. I'm not going to pour them down the drain. So anyways, 25 miles, good ride. I got back just in time. It is actually raining outside right now. So yeah, getting dark and rainy, and I didn't get caught in it. Anyways, I think I'm probably going to tinker around with these cameras so you can see what they look like. This is what it RZ67 looks like with a digital back, even though I should be working. That's it for this video, though. I will catch you in the next one. Check out our swag store below. Give this video a like. Do it for Edmund. Edmund, you can't drink non-alcoholic beer. That's not kiddie beer.